like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line, taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And Charles, the Broncos, quite a circuitous route to get to this Super Bowl. They were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, you remember, and then didn't make the playoffs the next 3 years, going a combined 20 and 28. But bottom line, here they are back in the big one.
Yeah, and this is their 9th appearance in the said big game. Think about that. Who has more?
Patriots.
Just the Patriots, and we knew that, of course. But they have won it 3 times, twice under John Elway in the late 90s. And you remember, before he won those, people kept saying they couldn't win the big game with him as the quarterback. Well, he won it twice and put that to rest. And then they won Super Bowl 50, and John Elway in their front office, in their organization for that win.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their 4th appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Draw Corker. Rush in. Rush in. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st down, Locke. He finds his target, Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check safety. Check safety.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Keep breaking them balls up. Okay, break. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-6. Pull it high. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
60 out now. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Protein spell.
At the 16-yard line.
Check 25. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Let's go. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson buying time to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Seahawks nothing.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey.
Locke now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Chopper.
It's a gain of 7.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Saquon Barkley, 58 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Keystone travel.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
check, 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 check. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
So that'll back him up 5.
Ready?
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, 35 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their
Let's
own
go.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list them. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Powering his way forward. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Blue draw quarters. Let's get some penetration. Whip, 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 whip.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Locke taking the snap at 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Hey, tighten down, there you go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Protein spill.
Now Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Seahawks take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw is Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete.
Here's Matt Wild now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Chopper!
At the 29-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Go set. 8-3. X3. 218. Chop.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Go.
To throw it is Locke. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
That's it. That's it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
36 power.
Here is Eckler. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A handoff, it's Eckler. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play.
Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Calais Campbell able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check 31. Switch.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
Eckler, they run left side.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd and 3.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Army.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tight dog. Shoot.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Locke. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
50, plant. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kill, kill, kill.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Clock now on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 52.
Greystone travel.
Crunch. Switch. Switch.
Shoot.
Again, it's Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here's Wilson. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Check 12-14.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Watch switch.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Out. Check nine. Switch. SOS.
80 weapon.
Check Mike 54. Get that quarterback at all costs. Big edge.
Hit it.
To throw on third down. Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 34, Seahawks 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They go play action with Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
A lot going to throw it here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in.
he the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often.